So I used to be a counselor in a high school in Alberta, in Onaway. And I was working with a couple of students, and we had made a contract because they were skipping a lot. Bright girls, bright, and potential. And we had met and agreed, and they were going to follow the rules, and they skipped. And so when they were coming in the front doors, the secretary called me and said, okay, they're coming in the front doors. So I intercepted them and brought them into my office and said, guys, we made a contract. And holding you accountable is how I show you that I respect you and I believe in your potential. So I'm calling in your moms. They were upset, I'm gonna get beaten, I'm gonna get this, like all these reasons why we couldn't do this, very dramatic. And I said, well, I didn't choose to break the contract. You chose to break the contract, so we've got to deal with it because I can't support you at home in the way they can. Needless to say, the two mothers were coming in, but one was particularly known. This student had been going to the school for some time, and one mother was particularly known for having a bit of a temper and being a bit challenging. And so apparently I was going to be backed up by another counselor. I was very green. I was a few months in. I was very, very green, right out of school. And the vice principal was going to be there. It's all going to be good. As it comes, the mothers are in the office, and the daughters are in the office. And, oh, gee, I got a meeting. Sorry, I got to take a call. So I had to deal with it on my own. So I go in there. One of the first things I'm accused of is racism, that I'm racist towards their daughter, because of passing. And this mother started yelling, and she had a really loud tone, and she was so angry, and that I was picking on her kids, and she's a smart girl, and doesn't cause problems, and so she's, And I said, you're really angry, aren't you? And she said, yes, I am. And I said, you came down here, you had to leave work, didn't you? And she said, yes, I did. And I said, wow, I'm really impressed. She said, what? I said, the fact that you came down here in the middle of your day to make sure that your daughter is being treated right and is having access to her education shows me that you really care about her, and I'm impressed by that. I wish more parents cared as much as you did. And by kind of leading it and validating her, it was awesome, and it went really well, and we had a great conversation. And by the end of it, the mom is like, I just want you to do really well. The daughter's like, I just want you to be proud of me. And I come out of the room, and there's a bit of a huddle, and how'd it go? Because everyone knew this was a volatile person, or could be, right? And so when I came out, they said, what's happening? What's happening? I said, well, I'm just giving them some privacy. They're just kind of hugging it out and having a bit of a cry. And so that was a really, really exciting moment. It was an interesting moment of passing and racism, but at the same time, I'm going to meet you where you are and see where we can go from there. Because at that point, it didn't matter my blood quantum. It didn't matter that I was Métis. It mattered that we're on the same page if we actually both want your daughters to have success.